Meeples' top 10 board games for Christmas gifts under $25 that are available at retail.
All right, who's going first?
Me!
Okay.
All right, number 1 is going to be Exit. If you have people who love escape rooms, but you want to play one at home, this is a great...
Do you have the box upside down?
I have the box upside down. This is a great system of solving puzzles. They are one and done. However, then you can send them around the family and let everybody have a chance to play.
Okay, Onitama. This is new to us. We just played this at the convention, but really, we're all about it now. So this is a 1 versus 1 kind of like chess-like game. You have a leader and you have a number of pawns, and you're putting down 5 cards that basically let you know what your movement criteria and options are, and you just are moving around the board, and then you just kind of shuffle these cards around. So it's a nice tactical game. It's got chunky bits. It's got neoprene mat. It's awesome.
And there's really not too much room for AP like you could get in chess, because you only have 2 options each turn. You have 2 cards in front of you, and you get to choose which one you're going to use. Then you pass that card on. So it's quick playing overall.
Yeah, and if you Christmas gifted this, I would think, if you just saw this kind of box in wrap, I would feel like you're getting me like some kind of booze, right?
Yeah.
So that's a nice thing. Instead of booze, you're getting a board game. That's good for, well, that's good for me. I'd rather have the board game than the booze.
I concur, but however, you have to know your giftee.
I guess. I'm just going to jump right in. I know it was your turn, but let's just get moving here. Point Salad, one of our all-time favorite games. We take this on vacation. It's nice, it's easy, it plays well 2 to 6. You can balance your deck of cards. You're just basically tableau building a number of, I get X amount of points for carrots, I get X amount of points for tomatoes, or whatever it is. You're drafting. It's a wonderful experience.
Yeah, and anybody will play it. If my parents will play it, it is a game that literally anybody can play, and it's set collection.
Yep, makes all our lists.
All right, cartographers. Again, this makes a lot of our lists. It is literally map building. It's a flip and write. You can find it anywhere, and if you want to be artistic, throw in a package of pencil crayons, and you've hit all kinds of different itches from creative to board game.
Yeah, I'll have another flip and write. I prefer the gameplay in cartographers, but I don't know if like everybody's gonna love the role player system. I like it, but for somebody that maybe it's just maybe a little more straight-laced and they're like, I don't want like that kind of game style system, we have Next Station. This is a Tokyo version, there's a London version. In this one you're flipping, you're building train routes. So I know like we like games of places we've been to. You know, she's been to London. If you ask her, she'll tell you for a few hours about it. We've both been to Tokyo, so that works well. So this is a nice game for anybody that's been to those places. And it's just like a nice, easy flip and write. There's just some criteria. You're building a red line, you're building a green line. You have some different things to do. You can combine the 2 games. So if you did want to have Next Station London, you add Next Station Tokyo to it, and you get like a combo.
Yeah, and the other neat part of Next Station Tokyo, if people have like a puzzle mindset, they like things like Sudoku or different kind of mazes and puzzles. I find that Tokyo and London both fit that kind of brain work. Whereas cartographers, if you have more the autistic person, maybe that's the way to go.
Yeah, I think there's room for both, for sure.
All right, Codenames. Matthias hates party games. It's reality. He does not like them. However, I can get him to play Codenames with my family, and now there's Codenames for just about everybody, whether you're a family, whether you're Disney, whether it's pictures and language independent, but it's a fun, quick playing game. You just need 4 people to play. I think it says you can play with 2. However, let's be honest, it's a lot more fun playing teams against each other, duking it out, especially over the Christmas table. Clear off the dishes, and away you go. Get the whole family in and playing.
Well, there is a Codenames Duo, so if you do want to play 2, and I think some of the other new ones have it, but yeah, I would just say, for what Codenames is, I would rather play it with a group of people. It's a great icebreaker. Trails, this is like the mini version of Parks. I actually prefer this over Parks, even though Parks has that lavish, wonderful production. A good chunk of the gameplay kind of flows its way into Trails. It's a great buy, it's a small box. We've traveled with this as well, just because you can kind of like pack up the cards and go, but it has a very much Trails movement where you're kind of moving along. You're taking photos of things, you're using your canteen. It's just like a nice, pleasant little experience with great art, great production.
Yeah, and if you have people who like the outdoors, it's kind of a neat theme that most people can get behind.
Yeah, it has a good catch-up mechanic, because if you're behind, you're trailing, no, it doesn't. Okay, I'll get rid of that.
Rolling Realms. this is really neat for gamers and non-gamers. Gamers, if they know any of the games that are within the box, so if you're a viticulture person, if you're a tapestry person, you can find the nuances within the roll and write. It's whiteboard, it's dry erase, easy to use, easy to clean. Every game's gonna play differently because you're gonna use 3 different cards in each round, so you have endless numbers of combos, and now they have, I can't even tell you how many mini packet expansions. So you can literally never play the same game.
Yeah, it's awesome 1 to 6. The solo, they've got this kind of like solo campaign that you'll follow through. And since nobody ever gets in your way in this game, you can play it easily up to 6. I know some people, they buy 2 copies if they have more people, and they play it up to 12. So it scales perfectly. It's one of the best scaling games, I think, on the market. One of our favorite all-time games, and this one comes with the cookie cutter, is Patchwork. You can get the Christmas version, you can get the regular versions, but Patchwork is a classic. I think it's a classic for a reason. If you want to just kind of like test it out, there's an app I think you can buy for like $2, but in Patchwork, you're building a quilt, you're getting quilt pieces, you're getting button income, so it's a little bit mathy, it's a little bit tactical, but it's 2-player only, and it works.
Skyrockets. Now this is a new game. If you've ever played Kites with the sand timers, it's kind of the gamer's version of that. So there are 30 different event cards. They have a recommended trio you should play with each game, and then it works kind of like a campaign mode, and they have an encore. But in reality, each game is time-based, real-time, and cooperative. So you need to have somebody who is willing to communicate and kind of direct the traffic of the show. However, everybody has the rights to play anything they want in any order and keep those sand timers going. Neat aspect of this one, you have 3 opportunities to basically let the sand run out and still potentially win the game. And in Kites, you didn't have that. The sand ran out, you were done.
Yeah, I still think you could go Kites or this, but it's nice to have a real-time strategy game, especially around like the holidays. If you give this to somebody and talk them into opening it up right away, and it's just like a nice party game. And I think it's good for like teaching communication, but with a little bit of stress because it's real time. You don't have all the time in the world to get across your point, saying, play that card and flip that timer. I'm
not gonna lie, I'm getting Kites for my classroom because I want to make kids have to communicate in a timely fashion and learn to work cooperatively. So I'm really excited to see what Skyrockets brings to the gamers table.
We're done. Yay. That was a lot better.